Hey y'all, it's me, Kitty, and I got some updates for you all. They're not exactly the most important things in the world, but figured I'd keep you all posted as to what's going on in terms of what's going on with me, what's going on with the channel, what's going on with the content, and everything else. Just so we're all on the same page, even though no one listens to these things. But I figure for those who do, you may appreciate a bit of an update, because even though I post to my YouTube stories and I post to the community tab, people miss those too, and no one really follows me on Twitter. I'm at a loss as to how to inform people of what's been going on. And I can't rely on Discord because, no one really talks to me on Discord either. So it's like, So this is my best bet of hoping people will tune in. So yeah. There's some stuff going on with me on a personal level. I need to talk to a specific doctor of mine about getting my medication adjusted because I'm starting to feel some very nasty effects, and that's usually a sign that the medicine has stopped working properly and needs to be adjusted, or something in the regimen replaced with a whole new medicine altogether. So I need to talk to the doctor about that because I've been feeling pretty crappy lately, to say the least. Definitely not my usual self. I've been feeling just a little more filled with anxiety and getting lots of aches and pains as a result of tension and anxiety. I've been feeling kind of low and on in a depressive state. It's not been fun. It's really not been fun. I've been blowing off things that are normally exciting and fun for me because I just don't have it in me to want to go do them anymore. And it really, really sucks. And this in turn affects what I do online. It's why there are some days I'm just not super active on the internet, and other days I am. It just really depends on my mood and how my health is, how I'm feeling. So I'm sorry I'm not the most reliable internet person out there. I'm not always the most approachable, but I try my best, okay? I really do. And speaking of people reaching out to me, the main company that I work with for my email server, they're going through some heavy maintenance because apparently my personal server that they help run isn't the only one that's been having issues, so they're doing a lot of maintenance. But while they're doing maintenance, the server's been experiencing a lot of crashes, so I keep losing emails, even ones I have saved in folders. So if you've reached out to me at any point in the last, I'm going to say 6 months, about a commission, or more recently about wanting to help me out with my Twitch clips edits, please reach out to me again via email. Or if you want to play it safer, hit me up on Twitter or hit me up on Discord if you use either one of those. That way you'll have a better chance of being able to get a hold of me and being able to hash things out. On the subject of commissions, I'm very slow at them. And I really don't want to talk about the personal reasons as to why I'm slow at them. But I do prioritize people who pay extra for a specific deadline, and that's a big one. People who pay extra for a certain deadline, as well as people who commissioned a long while ago and things like that. So I have to really juggle. So if you're waiting on a commission, I appreciate your patience. I'm slowly but surely getting through my queue. So if you want a commission, unless you want to pay a fee for me meeting a deadline of yours, you have to understand it's not going to happen right away. So if you want something for your birthday in a month, you may have to pay extra to make sure it arrives in time for your birthday in a month. I'm sorry to say that, but that's just how it works. So thank you, commissioners who've been really patient with me and understanding while I've been dealing with shit and taking my time getting through stuff, because I don't want to rush through commissions just to get them out of the way and get them over with. Because I want to put my all into them and give them the care and attention and whatnot that they deserve. because they're commissions, they're custom pieces, and they're separate works of art that people want special for them. I don't want to be like those people that just like, oh, I better get these out of the way and just right through them. I'm not that kind of person. So with that out of the way, I got some anonymous threats through the email thing on my website that people want to SWAT me while I'm streaming. And of course they use throwaway burner emails and whatnot, so I couldn't like trace anything back to them. But it has me concerned. Before I stream today, because it's Tuesday, I'm going to be calling my local police department and letting them know, saying, hey, if you get any calls telling you to, send a SWAT team at this person at this location, it's false. It's a prank. Please don't send your SWAT team here. I have 2 little kids. I don't need them traumatized. Just if you need to, just send an officer to like knock on the door or whatever. Just don't do anything scary, please. So I gotta do that now. And I guess it means that I'm getting around if there's people out there that hate me enough that they want to like make threats like that. I guess it just goes with the job description of slowly but surely becoming a public figure, even though it really sucks in that regard. Just in general, don't threaten to swap people, and don't swap people in general. Like, don't do it. It's not funny. It's actually incredibly dangerous, especially in certain states where there's castle law. That makes things, even more risky, not only for the person who lives in the house, but for the law enforcement who shows up, who very well could get shot by someone defending their property, because they don't know who's coming in. Just don't do it. Don't do it. It's not funny. It's not a prank. It's very dangerous. It's just stop it. It's just, let's just leave that behind us, in the 2010s. Let's stop with that, okay? And aside from that, I am trying to get back to doing my regular content. I can't promise daily uploads, but I am going to try to get a few out a week, as well as stuff for my Patreon. Patreon exclusives have been getting a little tricky for me, as it involves a few things that go on with me that I have to be in a certain mindset for to do them. And lately the mindset hasn't really been there, or when it's been there, it has been there at a really inconvenient time where I can't work on anything, which sucks. So I'm trying to get around that and trying to figure things out in that regard. But aside from that, as I mentioned in community tab posts and whatnot, I am out of the partner program. My channel is once again demonetized, just like how it was from 2017 to September of 2021. I make zilch from YouTube again now. So if you would like me to be able to focus on being able to regularly produce content and get stuff out there, if you're an adult and you have the means to, please consider becoming a patron on Patreon, or donating via Ko-fi, or which you can find on my website, kittyminxasmr.com, a link to my Gumroad page where you can download individual NSFW audios, but you also have to be over 18 to access that. And I have a Fansly if you like IRL naughty content, and I have softcore and hardcore stuff on there, so you really do get your bang for your buck, as it were, if you join my Fansly. But again, you have to be over 18 for that. So as your kids, people, people under 18, you little 16-year-olds I know who watch my content, don't worry about it. Don't go begging mommy and daddy for money to support me or not. Like, you're cool. You're fine. Not worried about you. Please don't, and just in general, don't feel compelled to put yourself at risk money-wise just to support a creator. Like, don't be that kind of person. Just if you have the means and you have the spare money that you're not going to miss anyway, and you want to support me to help me be able to focus on making content regularly, consider the various means of support. That's all I'm asking. Because I'm not going to be doing my travel job to Nevada anymore. There are just too many factors that are just getting in the way of me doing it. Plus, I've grown incredibly jaded with that industry. Incredibly jaded. There's just so much corruption in it and I can't look past it anymore. So it doesn't feel right to go out and work that job knowing how screwed up things are behind the scenes. So that's just how I feel. Like, maybe I'll change my mind in the future, especially once, coronavirus is behind us and we know what we're doing with that and handling it better so people aren't, still dying from it. But right now I can't do that. And I can't do paid adult film shoots with, real studios and other performers and whatnot, because, again, coronavirus is still a major risk. And I don't want to risk being exposed to anybody who might be a carrier of it. So I can't do it right now. It's too much. I can't. So this right now, all my online stuff is my main source of coin. And my husband, though, is going to be out of work for a couple of months because he needs to focus on some education kind of things and building back up his physical fitness. And he's going to be job hunting, so money is going to be tight for us. Like, we're not going to be homeless or anything, and we're not going to be, desolate or anything, but money's going to get a bit tighter. So any little bit helps, because just know you're not giving it to some, 21-year-old who's going to blow it on alcohol and tchotchkes and whatever else. You're giving it to someone who is actually supporting a family. Because the money I make that doesn't go back into the content in terms of stuff that's, paying for my software and, taking care of my hardware and, getting stuff for like the thumbnails and all that happy stuff. It goes to my kids. It goes to my family. It puts food on the table. It, puts clothes on the kids' backs. That's where it goes. So you can feel safe in knowing that whatever money you do give me is not being blown on bullshit. It's actually going to someone who appreciates it. And I also have a throne, which you can find the link in the description down below. It's a wish list thing that's, anonymous, so I don't get doxxed. And there's stuff on there. Most of it is for me to do my various content, like my Fansly and Patreon, and even stuff for streaming and whatnot. So you can, if you feel up to it, because my birthday is in a month, just to remind you, 1 month till my birthday. If you want to get me a little gifty gift, consider checking out my throne and give me a little gifty gift. And if you give me your information when you give me your gift, I will send you pictures and maybe a little video or something of me using the gift you give me, depending on what it is. Just as a special little thank you to you. So, aside from that, let me know in the comments what kinds of content you'd like to see, like what kind of character types and stories you'd like to see, what your favorite audios I've put out recently have been so far. Please don't request that I do things from like a show or a movie or an anime or a comic or anything like that, because I am not the most pop culture savvy anymore. I have completely fallen out of that loop. So more than half the stuff y'all put in for a request, I don't know heads or tails of it, okay? I don't know what it is, and I don't have time to research it or watch it or, read it or whatever, so please don't do that. Just focus on, like, character types, like, oh, I want more yanderes, or, oh, I want more wolf girls, or I want more chubby girls, and things like that. That's what I'm asking about. Alright. This has gone on long enough. I'm sorry, my mouth's a bit dry. Don't know why that is. Might be a side effect of one of my meds. I don't know. But anyway, this is getting pretty long, and I can't think of what else to say. Hopefully y'all have listened all the way through. If you have, not only in the comments, I want you to like bring up the kinds of characters you want to see, but type in YouTube eats butt. There you go. Type that, YouTube eats butt. Yeah, because YouTube does eat butt. They shouldn't have kicked me out of the partner program, but they did. They can eat butt. Alright, that's about it. I will see you all in the next audio. Stay safe, be well, remember I love you and care about you, and stay awesome. Mwah, mwah. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye. Nya, nya. Ada, 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 ada.
Thank you so much for watching and listening. This piece was brought to you by my patrons on Patreon and other kind viewers and listeners just like you. If you enjoyed this,